Welcome back to another episode of DAS with your host Sean Mack. Today we're going to be discussing Lusia Harris, better known as Lucy. So if you like today's content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So let's go. Lusia May Harris, better known as Lucy, born February 10, 1955, and peacefully left this world January 18, 2022, is considered to be one of the pioneers of women's basketball. She played for Delta State University and won 3 consecutive AIAW national championships from 1975 to 1977. The AIAW was the predecessor to the NCAA. On the international stage, she represented the United States national team and won the silver medal in the 1976 Olympic Games, the first women's basketball tournament in the Olympic Games. She played professional basketball with the Houston Angels of the Women's Professional Basketball League, the WBL, and was the first and only woman ever officially drafted by the NBA. For her lifetime achievements, Harris was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame and Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. Now, let's take a deeper dive into the life of Lucy Harris. Lucy was born in Mentor City, Mississippi to Ethel Harris and Willie Harris, a sharecropper in the cotton fields. She was the 4th of 5 daughters and the 10th of 11 children, all whom attended Amanda Elsie High School near Greenwood, Mississippi. All of her brothers and one of her older sisters, Janie, also played basketball. Lucy played basketball under head coach Conway Stewart in high school. She won the Most Valuable Player award 3 years in a row, served as team captain, and made the state's all-star team. She scored a school record 46 points in one game and led her school to the state tournament in Jackson, Mississippi. After graduating from high school, she planned to attend Alcorn State University, which did not have a women's basketball team at that time. But she was recruited by Melvin Hemphill to play at Margaret Wade, who was restarting a collegiate women's basketball team at Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi. She attended school on a combination of academic scholarships and work-study funds. Remember, this was before Title IX was actually implemented. In her first year at Delta State, from 1973 to 1974, Harris helped the Lady Statesmen to a 16-2 record. However, they finished 3rd in the region tournament and failed to qualify for the national tournament. In the 1974-75 season, the Lady Statesmen qualified for the national tournament at Harrisonburg, Virginia. They went all the way to the finals that year, where they were met by the Mighty Macs of Immaculata University, who had won the last 3 consecutive AIAW championships. In the finals, Harris scored 32 points and recorded 16 rebounds to lead Delta State past the Immaculatas, 90-81. The 1975 championship game was televised nationally, but on delay. This was the first year that women's basketball games were nationally televised by a major network. That season, Delta State went undefeated with a 28-0 record, the only undefeated college season that year, man or woman. Harris scored a total of 138 points and snatched down 63 rebounds in 4 games at the national tournament, and was named as the tournament's most valuable player, the MVP. In the 1975-76 season, Delta State and Immaculata met again in the national tournament finals. Harris again led Delta State with 30 points and 18 rebounds in a 69-64 victory. That season, she led the nation in scoring with 1,060 points and 31.2 points per game average, including a 50-point game against Tennessee Tech. In her senior year, Delta State played a game in Madison Square Garden in which Harris scored 47 points. This was one of the first women's basketball games to ever be played at Madison Square Garden. In 1977, Delta State went to the national tournament finals for the 3rd year in a row. In the finals, Harrison went for 23 points and grabbed 16 rebounds as Delta State defeated LSU 68-55 for their third consecutive national title. Harris was named the MVP that year. She was also named to the All-American First Team during Delta State's 3 winning seasons. For her career, Harris went 109-6 and included victories over later NCAA Division I powerhouses such as Immaculata University, University of Tennessee, Baylor University, University of Mississippi, Louisiana State University, LSU, and Louisiana Tech University. Harris finished her college career with 2,981 points and 1,662 rebounds, averaging 25.9 points and 14.5 rebounds per game. She also graduated holding 15 of 18 of Delta State's team single game and career records. In 1977, she won the inaugural Honda Sports Award for basketball, as well as the Bo Derek Cup, which is handed out to the most outstanding female athlete in college that year. In 1975, Harris was selected to the United States national team in the FIBA World Championship for Women in Colombia and the Pan Am American Games in Mexico City in Mexico. She teamed up with high school star Nancy Lieberman and fellow college star Ann Myers and Pat Head. In the FIBA World Cup Championship, the United States compiled a 4-3 record and finished in 8th place. In the Pan Am American Games, the United States team went unbeaten in 7 games to win the gold medal, their first win since 1963. They averaged 86.7 points per game with an average winning margin of 34.4 points. In the following year, Harris was selected to represent the United States in the 1976 Summer Olympics in Montreal, Canada, the first women's basketball tournament in the Olympic Games. Lusia teamed up with most of her teammates from the 1975 Pan American Games, including Lieberman, Myers, and Head. In the opening game against Japan, Harris scored the first ever point in women's Olympics play. The United States team won 3 games and lost 2 games against Japan and the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union team went undefeated and won the gold medal that year, while the United States team won silver. Harris played in all 5 games, averaging 15.2 points and 7 rebounds per game. Back in that day, for a woman athlete, college basketball was usually the end of their career, being it was no WNBA at that time. But in the 7th round of the 1977 NBA draft, the New Orleans Jazz selected Harris with the 137th pick overall. She became the second woman ever drafted by an NBA team after Denise Long, who was selected by the San Francisco Warriors in the 1969 draft. But the NBA voided the Warriors selection, saying it was all a publicity stunt. Thus, Harris became the first and only woman ever officially drafted. Lusia did not express any interest to play in the NBA and declined to try out with the Jazz. It was later revealed that she was pregnant at the time, which made her unable to attend Jazz training camp. She was selected ahead of 33 males, including the 8th round selection of the Jazz, David Spicer, from the University of Toledo. Lusia never played in the NBA or in any men's basketball league, but played professional basketball briefly in the 1979-80 season with the Houston Angels of the Women's Professional Basketball League, the WBL. She was initially picked as the #1 free agent by the Angels in 1978, the league's inaugural season. Lusia Harris graduated from Delta State University with a bachelor's degree in health, physical education, and recreation in 1977. After graduation, she worked for Delta State as a admissions counselor and assistant basketball coach. She earned a master's degree in education from Delta State in 1984. After leaving the assistant coaching post in Delta State, she served as a head coach at Texas Southern University in Houston for 2 years. She then returned back to her native state of Mississippi, where she worked as a high school teacher and coached her alma mater, Amanda Etsy High School in Greenwood, at the Greenville Public School District, and at Ruleville Central High School. Miss Lucy Harris married George E. Stewart on February 4th, 1977. They had 4 children, 2 sons and twin daughters. She was a member of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Miss Lucy Harris died at a therapy facility in Mound Bayou, Mississippi on January 18th, 2022, less than a month before her 76th birthday. I personally want to thank Miss Lucy Harris. I think that her story is getting lost in time, and more people should be teaching what she did and what she accomplished throughout her life. She gave women and boys alike the vision of what someone could do when they're told that they can't do something. Even though she didn't play in the NBA, she was drafted, and that means something. It means a lot. Rest in peace, Miss Lucy. Thanks for watching. I've been your host, Sean Mack. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and get in that comment section as well and let me know how many points you think Miss Lucy Harris would average if she actually played in the NBA. Remember, she was drafted before 33 other males. Once again, thanks for watching. Death After Sports. Lucia Lucy Harris.